Okie dokie. We are live. So, I want to make sure everything's working right, and then we're going to get started. I am at the hotel here in the convention. I have a meeting at 6. So, we got about an hour just to chill and talk about stuff. Assistive technology. I just want to make sure that things are heading well first. And then we'll get started. What the heck? Okay. I'm trying to figure out why things aren't working and what's going on. And once we got everything going, we will get going. Always the beginning of live streams are very, very rough. Okay, come on. The beginning of live streams are very... Okay, there we go. I have the chat. Alright, so the first things that I need to mention are as follows. There's lots of innovations. I did go to a meeting today with Curtis Chong, which is the director of Nfb Computer Science. I don't like that angle. It's so weird. Okay, whatever. I gotta be too picky. And basically I asked them different questions, and everybody asked. I honestly... I don't record a lot of the things that a lot of the meetings. I just talk about them afterwards, and I talked about it. I talked about a lot of it in the vlog, but I want to talk face to face. And those who join the live stream can actually, get into the conversation if need be. Right now, I don't know how many people are watching right now. Doesn't tell me. Oh well. Whatever. So yeah, basically the things that were talked about. So JAWS, another little hint for JAWS 2019. Even I did that last video specified on JAWS 2019, but I got another hint saying that Braille support will be increased. Actually, not even a hint, a confirmation from what I said. So basically, the people from Humanware said it, and then Curtis Chong confirmed it. So 2019, JAWS will have better Braille support. Basically, Microsoft said that Visual Studio will get better support. So Visual Studio 2019 is said to come with a boatload of new accessibility features and better compatibility. But they say that, the Visual Studio has so many uses that to be able to say what is accessible and what's not is hard, because it depends on what you're doing. So basically, Microsoft just said that they are improving it. Microsoft Office 365 documentation is in the workings, and as well as the narrator documentation, because Microsoft wants to push narrator and make it people's number one thing. Now, this is funny. What's her name again? Man, I'm terrible with names. She's awesome. She's one of the head persons in accessibility of Microsoft. She started talking about how she wants the narrator to be in. She works on the narrators in safe mode and in recovery mode and all that stuff. But she did confirm that in the following Windows updates, the commands will basically now be using a modifier key as caps lock, so that way it matches up with narrator. Not narrator, with NVDA and JAWS. So that's cool. Finally, no oddball commands that nobody understands. So they're actually working in conjunction with NVDA and VFO with JAWS, which is awesome. So that way they can actually improve theirs. It's kind of funny. They're taking ideas from other companies and using it in their own. And to me, I say that Microsoft should just scrap Narrator and collaborate with either NVDA or JAWS and just put it in. Because, I mean, Narrator, they're trying to make it good. It's exceptional. But it's like, what do we use Narrator for? To install our favorite screen reader. That's it. But they want more uses for that. They want to be able to. I'm looking at my phone because I'm trying to see if there's any chat. They want to be able to essentially have Narrator be your one solution screen reader, but it's not going to be. Now it is for Microsoft Edge because the Microsoft Edge best supported screen reader is Narrator, followed by NVDA, followed by JAWS. I am excited because they did talk about something I did not know in this meeting with Curtis Chong and this other dude, I forgot his name, about basically advanced computer systems and Linux. There is this thing called, I forget the name now, but it's basically something speak. It's a language, not language, it's a screen reader for Linux that basically works on the Raspberry Pi. And one solution is that the dude carries around a Raspberry Pi with a battery pack connected to a Braille display through Bluetooth. And he has this computer, Linux computer with him everywhere. That is incredible. I didn't think about that. He works for this dude. I forget. I'm so bad with names. But he works for Qualcomm in the accessibility department, I guess. And they're not accessibility communications, but he is blind and he's not working in accessibility, which I think he should be because we need more accessibility in the Qualcomm chips. We need more, specifications and stuff. What else? Oh, another thing. I know it's been obvious, but today, officially confirmed, Windows is dead. Windows is, like the company, GW Micro is officially dead to the point where it's on life support. Theoretically, it's going to be kind of interesting because now that now that Windows is dead, and they talked about the history of Windows, and okay, we've been knowing that for the past 3-4 years that Windows is done and dead. There's so many things, there's so many things we can talk about. So, there's a plethora of more things. Okay, so the next thing that I guess we can mention is the Nfb Convention next year will be held in Vegas, Las Vegas, Nevada, which I'm not so fond about because of the fact that there's casinos and stuff, and you got more sighted people mingling with the blind, and then we're gonna be like, oops, sorry, oops, and then they're like, come on, man, we do that, we have to admit it. We bump into people and then decided get mad, especially if they're drinking and whatnot. They're like, go to the room. I don't know. I don't think the environment matches. I'd prefer if we did it somewhere else, but NFB, they want to try it. I don't think it's gonna work because you got drunk people in casinos mixed with, the blind environment. Everybody talking about the convention. I don't think it matches the environment that we want to be at. But whatever. NFB wants to try it. Everybody wants it. They're excited. Oh, casinos, money. Yeah. Okay, cool. I get it. But I think they're two separate things, two separate situations. I don't think mixing them is a good idea. But I don't think. After that, they're probably going to find another state preferably some like state that doesn't have that much hype. So far, I think Nevada, California, Washington, and Chicago are like the places that I say that it wouldn't work. They would have to do it in states that there's not so much movement. That way, it just makes it easier to keep everybody in one location and keep everybody safe and whatnot. But 1 year that they're gonna try it in Vegas, it'll be interesting. Everybody gambling. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. It'll be cool. So that's the only off technology topic thing. The next thing that I guess is kind of a hot topic is people want to take screen readers everywhere, and I don't know why JAWS they mentioned it today, and they're like, oh well, you could get the license key and just take it with you everywhere, and everybody's got a laptop, and it's like that's not the point. You want to have a screen reader that you can just pop in and just run, and apparently they don't see, VFO doesn't see the importance of that yet, because they haven't gotten a high demand for it, because everybody who has a thumb drive just puts NVDA and runs it and in a computer that they don't own. So if you're at a library, you use NVDA. Even at home, you use JAWS. But NVDA is the easiest thing to just carry with you without having to do a C++ workaround that is around the internet. Now, one of my disappointments, I don't know why I have so much allergy, is that this convention Zoom text, the Zoom hasn't been such a lively point. Like nobody's mentioned a magnification that much this year. I have some questions here and there, but I feel like screen reading is kind of the hot topic at this convention, and artificial intelligence. So the next thing, I do see that artificial intelligence is being used for so many things, including IRA. It uses people, but it also uses artificial intelligence to map out locations. So that'll be cool. I can't wait for that. We'll be able to basically go and, if you use JAWS and you use OCR button, it'll basically use AI to determine what the focus object is that doesn't have any text that is recognizable, and it'll basically, if the screen reader can't read it and you use the OCR command, it'll basically use AI to determine, okay, that's what this says. So, OCR on a screen reader. And Microsoft has a Seeing AI app, by the way, which has been over a year now since it's been out, and it's available on iOS and through Narrator in Windows by using the I think it was modifier control. I forgot, it was like Microsoft. The modifier key control O or F. If not, you can do F is a find. I don't remember, but you can go into Microsoft accessibility documentation and find it. So you can actually use Seeing AI with Narrator on your computer to determine certain things that Narrator can't read as well. What else? Oh, I met this group of people that use. Oh, where is it? It's right here. I met this group of people. This dude who was the owner of this company called Magnifying America, and he has the Patriot Viewpoint. I talked about. I either talked about it. Yeah, I talked about it on the vlog that you'll see I don't know. Yeah, tomorrow. Basically, it's these electric glasses. If you can see the brochure here. It's these electric glasses. It's VR goggles type thing, and it has a 4K camera with a high point zoom, and it's sharp to the point where I'm like, no way, I can actually see. Like I was sitting, the convention, the exhibition hall is huge, and I could see across the room to the tiny letters on the other side. Yes, there was no pixelation at all. Now I started zooming in, and I'm like, okay, I can see I can see like the little lines in the wall. I'm like, okay, you know what? If I can get past that, you know what? That's what I need. So I'm gonna ask DVS for that when I get the chance in the future. I want to learn more about it and then figure out what I want to do. But that is a project, not a project, a product that I have in mind. Why do I have to get allergies right when I'm on live stream? I haven't gotten allergies all this week. Now I have allergies when I'm on live stream. Yeah, that's life, I guess. Okay, I'm grabbing the phone because I'm trying to figure out how the views are doing and stuff. Yeah, we're good. Okay. The angle's so weird. Like you can see my neck to and I got all the space above me. Oh well, whatever. Perhaps I can adjust it. Oh man, I closed down the app. I'm an idiot. Okay, and Google, which is the next thing I want to talk about, Google actually announced this app is called, it's a Google, it's basically an app by Google that they're developing. I'm trying to see if we can get my hands on the beta. I gotta go to the booth and they said they can get me access to it by signing up. Basically, it's a Google Lookout. There you go. Where it determines what's around you by point of recognition. So if it sees text through the camera, it'll tell you the text. If it just sees random crap like people on the road, then it'll use GPS and it'll say, you are on 256 and whatever, I-95, and it'll say, oh, you are there. There's a cross sign in front of you that is a three-way intersection. Boom, and you know what's there. If you're in the campus and it says library in front of you, it'll say library ahead. It uses contextual AI and DeepMind APIs from Google. Time flies. It's already 5:13. That's interesting how Google's going to deal with that. Now, I haven't seen Orcam as much. I saw their booth, but it wasn't as big as it was last year and the year before. I don't know what's going on with them. There should be getting acquired to the new technology and upgrading themselves. They use OCR too, but I think there's so many mobile device options that people just aren't opting out for the glasses. Same as Ira is being used with the glasses because it's actually somebody helping you. But OCR glasses, it's not doing so well. Especially now with the Google, the app Lookout. Why do I keep forgetting the name? It's basically not gonna look well for Orcam because Lookout is an app on your phone, and with Lookout, if I keep it in my pocket, come on, man. Okay, if I keep it in my pocket, I don't know if this will do, and I knock it in my phone like this. Basically, by knocking your phone and having the Lookout app open, it'll say what's around you. As long as the back camera, the rear camera is actually visible, and you knock your phone, you tap it from the back, it'll tell you what's around you. That way you don't have to tap your phone screen and use, TalkBack on Android to determine. You just knock the back of your phone. It's gonna ship with Google Pixel devices, and then it'll move to other devices. I am recording from the Pixel, so I can't show you the Pixel. By the way, you guys have been killing it. In the previous vlog video, you guys, oh my god. I mean, the views, it's almost at 60 views. It's probably at 60 views, let me see. Yeah, 47 views. Yeah, it's doing pretty good. You guys are killing it. I do want to apologize for one thing. For the JAWS 2018 confirmed features, I was saying like you know, the confirmation. I was a little rough tongued about trigger happy that it got released, that the feature got leaked, but it did, and I was happy that I was able to get you that information, because it's hard to get private information of beta programs and insider information, but I did. And yeah, Braille Viewer is a feature in JAWS 2018, but that video is already out there. Now the Victor Reader Trek, it's nothing new. It's been out for about a year now. I do have mine at DBS. I did ask DBS for the Victor Reader Trek. Hopefully the one they're holding out for me is the Trek. If it's the normal one, I'm not going to complain, because my old Victor Reader, my old Victor Reader broke. So my Victor Reader that I have currently broke. It just fried on me because of how much I use it, and I keep it in my pocket all the time. So now I'm going to get that Victor Reader Trek, and it's got a GPS mixed in with the Victor Reader. Hence why the Trek, because they combined the Trekker Breeze and the Victor Reader stream together. I don't know. I think it's super useful. It's going to be one of those things that I'm not going to take out of my pocket. It's going to be with me everywhere I go, because that navigation, from what I saw in the demos yesterday or the day before, I don't remember. The demos that I got from Humanware were incredible. It's like, head straight on Southeast 14th Boulevard. There is a 3-way intersection in front of you, and then when you cross it, it'll be like head south on South Dixie Highway. Veer to the right. There will be two. It says one intersection. It tells you everything. Honestly, all it needs is to sync with the traffic lights, and you could probably cross the street semi-safely. Pretty cool. Victor Reader Trek. I see the Victor Reader being the future, honestly, for blind GPS. I like it. It's cool. The maps are, you can disable certain states and stuff to optimize memory. And the Trek part of the Victor Reader, the GPS, is backed up by TomTom. I've been hearing about them for so many years already. Too much. Okay. Trying to figure out the whole live stream thing. Okay. On the phone. What else can we talk about? Well, I guess there's so many things with the comments. Oh, now one thing I did find, if you are at the Nfb conference, all of the VFO products, JAWS, Zoom Text, Magic, and what's that called again? Fusion are all on discount. So 100, I think it's like $100 for the product, $250, and then another, I think it's like $75 for the package that it updates it for you. So for like the basic Zoom Text, it's $175, and it updates every year. For the basic screen reader JAWS, I think it's like $300.